Well, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Table Talk. This is episode 2, and today I got the pleasure of interviewing and meeting Black Baron from Death Valley MC, straight out of Polito, straight from the north side. Black Baron, what is up, bro? Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself however you feel, bro?
Yeah, what up, though?
Hell yeah,
National
bro.
president, founder of Death Valley MC. You know how it is.
Shit, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, Baron. I like it, bro. I love the energy, bro. I love the energy. Well, I know we were just talking before right now, but I gotta say it again, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking the interview. I appreciate it, bro. As you know, bro, Table Talk's kind of a community platform for everybody to kind of share whatever they kind of want in their stories and shit like that. I'm more like I told you, I just interview as more of like a journalism thing, you know what I mean? So I really
Yeah,
appreciate you taking the time to kind of sit down here with me and kind of just, let me know more about you and Death Valley, bro, for sure. So thank you, bro.
yeah, of course, bro. Of course. Pleasure being here.
Of course, bro. Of course. So off the rip, bro. Why Black Baron, bro? Where did Baron come from? Did you have any GTS before that? Were you know what I mean? Like, why Baron?
Shit, before I was Lurley or Hawk, but that shit was way too long, and I want to dumb it down to something smaller and shit. So, um, oh shit, I'm gonna keep it a buck 50. My favorite color is black, and then I don't know why Baron. It's just something that just came to me one day, and I was like, you know what, Black Baron sounds pretty cool, and I don't know
Yeah.
anybody else around that name, so yeah, that's just where it be.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Damn, man, my controller batteries died like right as that happened. You guys see that swing? Damn, my bad, my bad. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. So I did see that on your my bad for that real quick. Shit just died and spun, man. I did see that on your Instagram, right? You said you were 7 years in MCs, bro. So what year did you start off, bro? Were you like an early guy, like the 2016, 17 guys, or...
Um, while doing this for 7 years, I kind of started like late 2019. I want to say maybe even early 2020. I don't exactly remember, but yeah, bro. I first started, I was in a club with Tiano and everything like that, trying to get into something new, and COVID was going around, so not everybody was able to decide.
Yeah.
And I don't know. At the time, I just wanted something to do since I'm always in the house and shit. I couldn't go outside, you know how it was back before then.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just wanted to like experience something different on GTA and shit. My buddy was already in the MC, so I was like, you know what,
Oh, okay.
shit. I
Yeah.
mean,
Okay.
yeah, so he
Hmm.
brought me into this club, Tiana Riders, everything like that. They was cool and everything like that, but at the time I wasn't really interested. I was like, man, this shit's kind of fucking stupid, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Cause
Really,
yeah,
really. That was your
well,
really.
at the time, bro, cause like before, I was always outside hanging out with my friends and shit. I wasn't really
Yeah.
in the game as much. You know what I mean?
That's funny. I'm not. Yeah, no lie, bro. That's actually funny as shit. He's like,
I
I
was
actually thought
like,
this
bro,
was
why
stupid
is
as shit.
everybody taking? I was like, man, why is everybody taking this shit so fucking seriously? What do you mean I gotta guard the fucking door? We're in a private lobby, bro. You know what I mean?
Nah, nah, nah. That's funny as shit. I wouldn't even lie to you. That's funny as shit, bro. He
but
said,
but for real, for real,
"Yo,
bro.
who's making this man guard
Fuck,
guard shit in a private, bro?" Shit, everybody does that. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
shit, yeah, it's this is more like a RP thing. I understand now, but I
Yeah,
was like, dude, this
yeah.
is fucking stupid, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Heard, bro. Heard, bro.
But yeah, later on the road, I was kind of doing it more often with everybody, and I was like, you know what, man, this shit ain't too bad, I mean, like, I ain't gonna tell my boys real life I do this shit, cause this is kind of like, I don't know, at the point,
You gonna tell your homies
in
in real
real
life
life,
you be playing on the game and shit like
I ain't gonna
this?
tell my, yeah, I ain't gonna tell my homies like, yo, dude, I'm in a fucking GTA MCRP thing, you know what I mean? And they're like, what? What the fuck you talking about? Bro, listen to
Oh
yourself. This shit
shit.
sounds so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, bro, after a little while, man, shit didn't end up happening over at Tiano no more. Not everybody was on and everything like that.
Mhm.
And since then I was in a club here and there. Um and then I fucking oh man. I don't even know if I want to bring this up, but fuck, I co-founded
Oh.
Knuckle. I don't know if you know them, but Heads.
Knuckle. Yeah, from Santa. I actually just followed them. I think recently. Knucklehead. Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah,
Let me see this. Knuckleheads. I'm pretty sure I just follow. I'm pulling this shit straight from the. We got receipts right here. Hold up. Knuckleheads.
I'll say there ain't, around no more. I think they're an old gym club.
Is the patch like a piston? It's like with brass knuckles and stuff, like knuckleheads like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay. No, I'm my bad. I must be thinking of a different knuckleheads, or maybe I'm thinking of. Oh, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry, bro. I'm thinking of leatherheads. I think they're called leatherheads. My bad, bro. No, I didn't know about knuckleheads.
Oh no, no, knuckleheads, yeah, bro. So I fucking me and this dude, Muddy, we was in a club before, and then we wanted to start our own shit, and then
Yeah,
Knucklehead would be, and it was all cool for a little while.
yeah. I'm checking it out right now.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, so
because we're doing some stuff. I
uh,
see.
you
Getting a
know what
little
I mean.
active
So
and.
long story short, things didn't go out the way it did with Knucklehead, so I ended up leaving. I ain't gonna put in my 2 cents and all that, cause that was forever ago, and I don't really
Okay,
do shit
I
anymore,
heard.
quite frank.
I heard. Okay.
But yeah, so then after that, when I left, I had a couple people with me, followed me, and we ended up starting Death Valley. And then we just been doing our own thing ever since.
Dude, hell yeah, man, hell yeah. And I was gonna ask, like, at the start of everything, right? Like at Knuckles and everything. How old are you, bro, when you first come into the community and stuff? I was like asking this question because I feel like the answer is now been varying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Man, shit. So like, well, obviously, so fucking man.
didn't mean to, didn't mean to stump you, bro. I didn't know it'd been that long and shit. Shit.
I mean, like either like fucking 6 or 7 years ago. So I had to have been fucking what 17?
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty,
Yeah, yeah. Like
pretty,
either
pretty standard.
16
I
or
feel like.
17.
Yeah, for sure. Pretty
Yeah,
standard. Pretty standard for sure. Okay.
yeah,
And then I was gonna ask too. So I noticed on your Instagram as well, bro. Right? You said you're on Xbox, PS5, and 5M, right? So have you
yeah.
personally, obviously, you personally bridged over to PlayStation and kind of rode on PlayStation and the 5M side then?
So when I have PS5 and 5M, I'm just like I'm kind of doing my own thing. I'm just listening to the
Oh,
shit, like
okay.
the
Yeah, yeah,
consoles
yeah.
and shit I'm on. But
Yeah.
as the club itself, we're just on Xbox
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
because not everybody has
Yeah.
PCs and shit.
Hmm. Okay. But for you personally, like, did you spend any time on the 5M and the on like the PlayStation side of the community, or was it always just like you alone doing content or doing just
Well,
other stuff?
yeah, yeah. I mean, like I was on PS5 just the other day, and not on some MC business, but I'm just like I have GT on that shit, and then also my PC and doing 5M. But
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I don't really like. I bought a PC and I was really wanting to get 5M, but then I was thinking, none of my homeboys got fucking PCs and everything like that, so I don't want to just leave my boys behind, and you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I thought it was just best just to stay on Xbox regardless, and I mean I'm on 5M here and there, but I don't really do
Hmm.
anything MC wise.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro. All good, all good. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, thanks for clarifying that because I did see that and I was wondering if like if you guys do bridge off or like I was gonna ask you, if you've seen if you've seen anything from the PlayStation or 5M side. Me personally, you know what I mean? I've been strictly an Xbox person since like I couldn't even tell you how long. I've never really I've never been on
yeah,
PlayStation or 5M like that. But I've always wondered about it. So I'm hoping, if I can't meet people on that side, then at least I can meet some people who've kind of been on that side and talk. But I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so I wanted to ask too. So going back to Death Valley, right, and going back to the patch, right? Why Death Valley? Like why that name? Why the patch too? And then why Polito and everything? And if you don't mind, bro, could we stand up and actually like show off the patch so people could see it? Because I'm not gonna lie, your patch is kind of it's more of the more interesting ones I see because of the things you've added on it. And I know you said it was new,
Weird.
um,
Yeah.
but if we could, I'll stand up real quick, and if you
Yeah.
could, and
Let
then like
me.
as
This
I'm
what gives
showing
me the
them, you know what I
fucking.
mean, like you could kind of talk about it more, if anything.
Yeah, of course. I'd stand up, but this fucking game would give me the prompt to stand up.
Yeah, I was hearing you, bro. I was kind of pushing
I
my
was about to
buttons too
say,
and
bro,
stuff.
I'm
Just stuck in
fucking my shit and
stuck
my
in the chair,
napping.
bro. Yeah, bro. You're stuck in the chair, bro.
But yeah, bro.
Maybe
So
I'll.
how everything happened to be. So the last day I was with Knuckleheads when I left out of there, I was kind of stranded out in the middle of fucking Sandy Shores, and I had no money, like nothing. I couldn't call the
Hmm.
mechanic to get my bike or anything. So I was out in the middle of like essentially middle of butt fuck nowhere, bro. Like near Route 68 and shit.
Hmm.
So
Sorry, I'm
I
just
was like,
getting
man, I'm literally stranded in this
creepily
fucking
behind you.
valley and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. But, but no, bro. So yeah, middle of buttfuck nowhere, and I was thinking, I'm in a fucking valley and shit, and it's like nothing but fucking death around here, bro. Cause I was joking with my buddies when we was club, and
Hmm.
then we were thinking, you know what, Death Valley don't sound too bad, and I was like, you know what, I don't know about it. But then after a while, I was like, you know what, I don't know anybody else with that kind of name, so fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, heard, bro,
And
heard.
then the main patch and everything, I literally just went on the bro. It was like a
Oh,
fucking I had to have it quick because I wanted to make a club, but like I didn't know what I was really for.
yeah.
So I mean, I found this
R-
main badge, I edited it a little
real
bit,
quick, bro.
and then
Real quick, can you? My bad, bro.
exactly.
Real quick, can you go back like 10-ish seconds, bro? Cause you were kind of cutting out right there just a little bit. I couldn't really get you. My bad.
Man, shit. That's fucking Discord for you. Hold up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All good, all good, all good. We have you having some. I think we're should be good though. You see my end. My bad, guys. Taking this second real quick. I hope everybody got to see that though. The Death Valley pouch. I'll try and stand up real quick when it prompts me to, whatever. And hopefully it lets Baron stand up as well. Whenever it comes on, whenever he kind of sorts this out right now. Let me see and get kind of so you guys can see it again while he sorts that out and stuff like that. See, come over here. Fine wood. Yeah, look at that. So it's a Death Valley, 1%, 13. Polito Bay MC, Sports Local 422. Prez, National. Nice, man. Nice. I'm going to ask about that as well. Yo, yo, yo,
Yo.
you, yo, what's going on, man?
Okay, there
All good,
there we
all good.
go.
Yeah, yeah,
I
just
don't
a little
know
thing.
what
Sorry, I was just
just
kind of
happened.
looking at the patch while you're there too
Yeah.
and shit. Don't worry, don't trip about it. Don't trip about. So as you were saying, bro, about the patch. So you were in the desert. You were joking with friends, and you were like, "Dude, there's nothing but death out here." And then that's really how you came up with Death Valley. You were just like, "Well,
I
hell
was
yeah,
stranded
bro."
in the valley and everything around me is fucking dead or about to be dead, and I was like, you know what? Death Valley, and I was joking with my friends about it, and then they were like, that doesn't sound like a bad name. I'm thinking, you know what? I don't know
Hmm.
anybody else with this kind of name, so fuck it, I'm gonna just do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah,
unique in a way.
hell yeah, bro. And then who else was involved with them? Because I know you've spoken about your buddy who kind of even brought you into the community too.
Yeah.
But who else was involved with Death Valley, or was it just you and then you kind of just found people along the way?
So it was a little bit of a mixture of both. So like, we had Doc, we had
Hmm.
Reaper, we also had John,
Hmm.
and we also had oh, what the fuck was his face? Some of these people we don't hang out with anymore just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they ended
heard.
up just stopped doing MC shit or shit happened between, you know,
Yeah.
uh some bullshit going on, whatever. But oh, fucking Hitman, and there was like maybe three or two or three other people with us. I cannot remember their names. This was like a long time ago. This was like fucking 2 years.
Hmm.
But yeah, and then along the way we ended up picking more people up right after, and we was a pretty decent club for just starting out at like 14 members and shit. We was on
Really, starting
old
out
gen
14
and
off
new
the rip
gen.
like that, man.
Well, not necessarily right off the rip, but like
But
maybe
just
in the
as it
first
went.
month. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, yeah. A
Okay.
lot of the
Wow.
people was people from Knuckleheads and shit.
Nice.
And then
Okay.
later on, we was recruiting. It definitely helped because we was over at New Gen too, so we had some people on New Gen looking for clubs too, and not just old gen.
Yeah, for sure, for
But
sure.
yeah,
So I did want to ask about the patch, bro. I noticed I do see is it the Iron Cross on it? Yeah. And I do see that it is kind of a little bit Germany. I get for me, you know what I mean? I won't lie. Like I see the hat, I see the kind. What's up with that?
yeah.
What's up with that, bro? Like I gotta
Look.
ask, bro. I won't even lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I gotta ask, bro.
Look.
Just
Yeah, yeah. Well, understandable, understandable.
I
Look,
don't mean to just kind of put it like
listen.
that, but you know what I mean. I
Yeah,
saw it and I was like, well, I
listen.
mean, if I was
I'm
watching
gonna
it,
put this out here because I already got accusations, bro. We're not no
really,
fucking Nazi club. Yeah, I had this one dude that was thinking I was a Nazi and shit, and I was
yeah,
like, dude, I ain't about that shit, bro. We got black people in our club, and I don't
yeah,
really, you know what I mean?
yeah. Heard, bro.
I mean, you do
Heard,
your own. I mean, like you do your own thing. I do my own thing. I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
heard, bro. Heard,
This is
bro.
literally just something I found on the internet, edited it a little bit, and I was like, you know what? I mean, this shit
Yeah,
looks cool, so
yeah,
fuck it,
this
I'm gonna
yeah,
use it. You
fuck,
know what I
bro,
mean?
bro, isn't that what everybody did for their patches, bro? You know what I mean? Isn't that literally
I
everybody
mean,
saw some,
essentially,
everybody looked up some shit like or saw something, they were like, you know what, that has to be the patch, bro.
or
You know what I mean?
using
So
ChatGPT nowadays too.
yeah, real quick, since you said you had allegations already, bro, what is like what did that feel like, or like how did you guys take that? I don't know if it was public or private or anything like that, right? But how did
Well,
you
I
feel
mean, it
about
was
that,
it
like
was
getting
it
that?
was kind of private and public, but like with the whole Nazi thing, bro. I mean, the one dude was thinking I was a Nazi, not because of the whole skull thing, just because of the German cross. And I'm like, dude, like that's not.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a. I mean, I get it, it's a German symbol, but like it's
but
not
it for
really
but for
like a
this, it's
Nazi.
kind of not used like that though. It's like that's not
No,
what that
no,
symbolism's for
no.
this. Maybe, yeah,
Fuck
heard, bro,
no.
or for at least for
You
you, you know
know?
what I mean, for Death Valley, yeah, heard, bro,
Oh
heard.
yeah, and for a lot of other people too, you know. I mean, there's
Mm-hmm.
people with the fucking lightning bolts. I mean, not together, but you know, separate. But they're not in a Nazi club. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well.
So I feel like it was more like a misunderstanding on that part. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Again, this is something I found on the internet, used, and honestly, I didn't really even think about it like that. Honestly.
Heard, bro. Heard. Heard. Well, I was gonna say, going back to the bolts thing that you just said right now, I feel like, like the bolts, German bolts or Nazi bolts, whatever. You know what? We're gonna look it up right now, actually, too, while we're here. I feel like that's one
I
of the
think they
most
call them just like SS
controversial.
bolt or whatever.
Yeah, like I think that's one of the most controversial things are those bolts, but I feel like maybe it depends how you use them. I'm not really sure. Like obviously there's those clubs out there that are like Nazi clubs or whatever that like use them because oh like
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
But I've also seen edgy, more kind of I guess edgy clubs use them as kind of part of the culture, right? If you look at old MC photos, like actual like Hell's Angel photos, even Mongol photos, outlaws and stuff like that.
yeah,
They
yeah.
all they were all using them and stuff like that. So it's a part of the culture, but I think it depends maybe how you use them, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm not really too sure. Now, me personally, right?
So,
I don't do
yeah, that
anything like
makes
that, but
sense.
I'm not gonna knock someone for doing it. I guess maybe, again, depending on they use it. You know what I mean? I mean, there were guys,
Yeah.
those guys back in the day that have swastikas on their patches, like Hell's Angels and Mongols too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
now
And
that
stuff
that
like that,
yeah,
right? So,
that's a little
you
different.
know, so it's all for different reasons, right? Maybe it was for racism, maybe it was for something else, but I'm glad you got to clarify that, bro. And I hope you didn't. I hope I didn't offend you in any way, or you didn't take any offense to me
No,
asking kind
no,
of anything
no,
like
of
that.
course
But
not.
I did
No.
notice it. And I did was like, well, if I was watching this and I saw that, I kind of would get I kind of question it too, or
Yeah, you start to
so.
question it, but then again, bro, after doing this shit for like 2 years, I really never even thought about it that way. I was like,
Hmm.
this looks cool. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
really
get.
didn't think about it in that
Yeah,
way.
I heard, bro. Heard. I think what it is for me, bro, is I think for me at least, I've been seeing a lot of kind of Nazi clubs like that, or just kind of those clubs kind of like that. So I didn't
Yeah,
have any kind of notion that kind of obviously you were like that, obviously because we'd talk, we'd spoken before and like that. But I did want to
yeah,
ask, what was up with it, because it does look like it does follow a theme. I mean, it's the guy. He's got the hat. He's
yeah,
got the iron cross on his shoulder. I think I saw, and then on the side. So I just wanted to kind of ask about it. So appreciate you
yeah, yeah.
clearing that up, clarifying it. So for sure, bro,
Yeah, of
for
course,
sure.
of course.
So with starting Death Valley, right? Why did you decide to start? And I always like hearing people's response for this because this one always differs too, but it's always kind of the same. Instead of joining a club, why start Death Valley? Why did you decide to start a new club?
Well, essentially, the Knuckleheads Prez was telling me, I'll give you like if you're gonna do your own thing, I'll give you like 2 months, and you're not gonna go anywhere and anything. So essentially, it was more like just to prove the motherfucker
Whoa,
wrong.
whoa,
You know
whoa,
what I
whoa,
mean?
whoa, 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 hold up. Sorry. Back up, back up, back up. So you're leaving Knuckleheads, right? Hold up. I gotta get this clear, right? Keep it a buck, right? So you're leaving Knuckleheads, but your prez at the time is like talking shit on you because you want to leave and maybe do your own thing, and he's like, oh, it's not gonna last or whatever.
This
Like,
was
what was going on
already
right
when I
there?
left. Yeah, this was
Oh,
when I already left.
okay. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you had left, and then and now you're kind of floating the idea of like, okay, I might start something, and your old prez is like, oh yeah, that shit's not gonna last.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Man,
And he
damn,
was like, "I'll
bro,
give you 2 months before like your shit's not gonna go anywhere or anything
that's
like that. You
fucked,
just gonna
bro.
join in another
Come on, bro.
club or whatever."
And
And
how
I was
did
like,
you
"You know
feel,
what? I
bro?
bet."
how did you feel though
Well,
hearing that from your own pre or from I guess at this point your ex pres, bro?
well, I'm gonna be honest. So how I met this dude was there was a previous club. Now that club was pretty shitty. I ain't gonna lie. There was
Yeah.
like no structure, nothing like that. It was a shitty club. And
Mhm.
me at the time, I was already in that club, and we had the dude join up in the club, Muddy. And me and him was cool at that time and everything like that. There was a setup, some shit went down, and me and him knew beforehand, but nobody else would listen. We were like, man, what the fuck? So we ended up leaving out. We was thinking of the name. We figured out Knuckleheads and everything like that. And at the time, we was like, who's gonna be president? Who's gonna be VP? And he
Mhm.
was asking me that, and I was like, you
Yeah.
know what, bro? Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I don't really know a whole lot of this MC shit, and you're new to this too. So I mean, we're gonna figure this shit out as we go.
Type
So
shit. Type shit.
like,
Just two
you
homies
can
like, well,
be,
fuck it.
yeah, yeah, just fucking wing it, I guess, bro. So he ended up being prez. I said, yeah, sure. You know what? You can be prez, and I'll be VP.
Yeah.
At the time, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? We're just
Mhm.
like, if we're starting a club, there has to be a fucking prez, VP, and a sergeant arms. But we wasn't even at that point yet.
Yeah, okay.
So as we were going, we was figuring shit out, trying to like establish rules and like
Mhm.
no, like understanding the 1%. Because like I don't even think we was really like during that time. I don't even know if like the street glide was really popular, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
like I don't know if everybody was using like that was the official because like there was a whole bunch of other MC community fucking posts and rules to abide by or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
like
like
how things should be and like what, clubs how should they act and shit like that. So I get it. I get it. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, and it was especially confusing when me and him figured out, oh yeah, we use old gen or old school rules, and we use this type of rules, and we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what rules are what to follow by, bro?
Yeah.
Because like
So for
Cause low key, like after everything, bro, it was just getting confusing. So we ended up
yeah.
just we had this one fucking MC community thing. And we was following by the 1% rules, which is essentially the same shit as the street glide
Yeah.
before we knew the street glide shit.
Mhm. So for you, I guess, so what I'm hearing, right? So for you, I guess it's since you were kind of new to everything, you kind of got brought in by a homie. For you, it was kind of, I guess, more, was it like a culture shock? Because now you're being exposed to, like, damn, there's rules that, like, this community abides by, and, like, they only ride these bikes, and they only fight this way, and they only conduct themselves in this way. Was it really just, honestly, was it really just kind of weird? And not only that, but was it hard for you to kind of adjust to, like, the community and to everything like that after being, like, a regular, I guess, player?
Yeah, so I will say, like when I first started, I didn't really understand all of this. When I was just told, like, you're supposed to have like at the time I was a prospect, so I had to wear this cut. I
Yeah.
had to have choppers and bikes only, which I didn't care. I mean that's cool
Yeah.
with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like they didn't tell me nothing about the 1% rules in terms of engagement and shit. Like I wasn't popping anybody with RPG, but like I didn't know what
But
all
yeah,
weapons
but
I
you're
could
also
use because
like,
I
well, I
wasn't
don't know how
told.
to, yeah.
Yeah. But after a while though, when me and Muddy was doing Knuckleheads, we figured out like, oh, okay, so there's like genuine fucking rules of this shit, and that's kind of
There's
what
levels to
brought
this
me in. I
shit.
ain't gonna lie.
There's levels
That's
to
kind
this
of what
shit.
brought me in, not gonna lie, because like now
Wow, okay.
everybody has a fair playing field, like you have to use ARs, you
Hmm.
can use these kind of weapons. Now I don't think the musket was popular back in the day, but I mean, regardless though, there was like a certain things we can do, can't do, and that kind of brought me in more. It was like, you know what, like it kind of makes it a little bit more fair, because like before all this, like people will fucking blow you up with a Person Mark II, you know how it is,
Yeah.
RPGs and
Heard.
shit. But with
Yeah.
this, it's like it's like actual skill being displayed in the battlefield, and I really fucked with that.
Hell yeah,
On
bro. And
top
I
of the whole MC culture.
Yeah, and I feel like that's literally the thing that brought a lot of people into it as well as like, when it came to OG rules, when it came to stuff back in the day, right? It was like this is how you would play and fight it out if you had beef or just anything, right? And that was it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was clear, you know what I mean? I think that the community in warfare has evolved into like almost everything now. I mean, musketing
Oh
is
yeah,
so
yeah,
normal now, you know what I mean? Snacking is still a thing, you know what I mean? Sieging has always been a thing and probably will continue
yeah.
to be, you know what I mean? Um, but it's so interesting. to hear that the thing that brought you in deeper into the culture, into the community, was the rules, though, was like, damn, okay, well, everybody listens to these, everybody fights this way, and it's fair, and that's what keeps it. That's what, you know what I mean, brought you in. So that's so crazy, man, because I've
Yeah.
never heard anybody say that, like genuinely, bro. Out of everybody I've spoken to, anything like that, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say like, what brought me in was the rules, was like the kind of restriction aspect of it, like for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so damn,
Yeah.
bro, that's honestly pretty cool, bro. That's honestly pretty tight, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
shit. Well, so establishing in 2024, right? Because I checked Death Valley's page, right? Establishing 24, right? Shoot second. What does that mean? Since we're talking about warfare and stuff like that, since you guys are shoot second, what does that mean to you guys? Because I know everybody has kind of like their own definition or their own kind of way of going about things. I know that there's clubs that will shoot you on sight, but I know there's clubs who won't unless you shoot them first. And then I know, for me personally, I won't do anything until I feel threatened in a kind of sense. You know what I mean? If you're like running around me with an AR out, or like, if I see you get off your bike a little bit down the street and you're like doing something weird, that's when I'm gonna be like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm gonna protect myself before something happens to me. That's just me, you know what I mean? But for you guys being a shoot second club, what does that mean to you guys? Like, how do you guys kind of conduct yourselves
So
with that?
essentially, it's like I don't fuck with you if you don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? And
Okay,
essentially,
that's a
that's
more part.
that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So no stupid shit. You don't know. Oh
hmm
shit! I'm gonna fucking.
So kind of
Hold
like
on,
the
I got a
so.
phone call.
Oh yeah, no,
Wait,
you're
hold on.
good.
I got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
work
yeah,
call.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
1 second.
Taking a break here, guys. Was got a call, bro. If you guys are liking the episode so far with Baron and interviewing him about his story in Death Valley, bro, share some more love. You know what I mean? Share it with your homie. Share it with your mom. Share it with whoever. You know what I mean? Again, I'm doing this for you guys and shit. And man, so far, it's been crazy. The fact that what brought Baron in more was the rules, was the fair fight, I guess, if you will, man. Man, I can't wait till he gets back around because I kind of want to ask him after what, what is he thinking now? You know what I mean? That I kind of question everybody. What is, or what do you think the state of the community's in, or what, what state would you classify it in, or whatever? You know what I mean? So, damn. We'll take a quick little break here, and then we'll just kind of maybe cut back to when Baron gets back here and stuff like that. So we'll just kind of snip it from here when he gets back with that. So we'll see you guys when we get back. And we are back. Nah, man, all good, all good, all good. We gotta handle what we gotta handle. Don't even trip or whatever. But let's keep it real here and stuff.
Yeah,
Don't
of
even
course,
trip.
of
I just got some
course.
water right now while I was waiting. So, my bad. So shoot second, right? You were saying that
Yeah,
as long as someone doesn't fuck with you and your guys, you guys are chill for the most part, right? I was gonna say,
yeah,
it kind of goes back to the kind of self defense thing, right? It's like, oh well, if I'm not getting fucked with or whatever, then I'm not gonna fuck with anybody. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah.
with that, right? With being a shoot second club, do you guys ever have any troubles or like issues with that? Do you guys notice that people tend to maybe want to shoot you guys more, or do people tend to leave you less? Like, do they leave you alone more or less? You know what I mean? Trying to say, like, does it basically put you guys in the crosshairs?
Personally, from my experiences with going to bike meets and meeting other people, I don't think with the whole shoot second thing, I feel like a lot of people kind of go by that way. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's more on the we don't fuck. If you don't fuck with us, we won't fuck with you kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And with us, I think it deters people from shooting at us. I mean, then again, it just depends on the club that we're like in the lobby with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hmm.
Because there's some people out there that will like generally like try to fucking, you know what I mean, shoot your ass up a little bit and shit like that. Of
Yeah.
course, but
Yeah. For sure. For
it
sure.
just depends on who you're hanging out with.
For sure,
Yeah.
bro. For sure. Okay. Okay. So really, no. It's kind of just situational then, like because
Yeah.
so the
Yeah.
reason I'm asking
Personally, I
is
think so.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So the reason I'm asking is because I felt like there was a time when shoot second clubs and content clubs and maybe this mentality is still kept, but they're seen as kind of weaker, you know what I mean? Because they don't shoot first or they kind of whatever, right? But I would argue that I've met clubs who are shoot second clubs and clubs like that who, yeah, they may not shoot you first, but when they do shoot you, they're about to go all the way. You know what I mean? Like they don't let anybody
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
do anything. You know what I mean? So, but I feel like that's the general going back to what you said, I feel like that's the general vibe now. Is like people just kind of want to chill now. You know what I mean? We're kind of
Yeah.
we're 10 years in, and GTA 6 is, just 6 months, about to be 5 months here, so definitely, definitely. Well, with that being said, right, you know, how do you, since being here for, the last 7 years, now being, you know, a prez and kind of leading your guys into six and stuff like that, right now, right, I'm gonna ask, the question everybody's always asking or talking about. What do you think, or how would you categorize like the state of the community? Do you think we're in the shitter? Are we all right? I know when I interviewed Saw Mangler last time, he said that it kind of is situational. It kind of depends how you're looking at it and stuff like that. But for you, what do you think about the community as a whole?
Man, well, it just when I first started, I wasn't really like in the whole like comms thing. So like not on Instagram or really even really having Discord at the time.
Yeah.
And then so I will say from the time I've been here, which was I mean, in the grand scheme of things, not that long. So like 2 years realistically in, the social media aspect and seeing like Street Glide, all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um I wouldn't say it's going into shitter, but I think having more of a centralized um, rule set and like an actual community. What would you want to call it? Like, I think
Like,
having the street glide is really beneficial just because it's the one centralized. What's the word I want to go for here? I don't want to say organization, but just everybody abides and
community.
follows their set of rules. Everybody's on there, and more. How would I want? Just I'm glad that the street glide is a thing and everybody's on it, just because everybody can vote on rules and everything like that.
Oh, wait.
And I
Oh,
feel like
oh,
that's
street guide.
really
My
important.
my bad, bro. My bad, bro. Street. Were you saying street guide, like the community, like the Discord, like the
Yeah,
MC community? My bad,
yeah,
bro. Oh,
yeah.
on my end, it sounded like you were saying street glide, bro. My bad. I was like, why is he talking about the bike so
Oh
much? I was like, the
no,
street glide. I was like, what the fuck?
no,
My
no,
bad,
the
bro. On my
guide,
end, I was
no.
hearing my bad. I was like adjusting my volume too. I was like, is like street guide or
Is he
street
saying
glide? I was
guide?
like, yeah, my bad. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, okay. So
no,
so
no, the
essentially like
guide.
a
Yeah,
yeah. So essentially like a general order of things, basically, like you're
yeah,
basically
yeah.
saying like, bro, we need a set of rules that basically keep everybody in check and in line.
Yeah, that everybody can agree with, and if we think things need to change, there will be
Mm-hmm.
votes passed, and most clubs will agree or disagree, whatever. There's a whole fucking democracy to it, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
everybody's engaged, involved, and we can rule out, okay, this is the rules, and this is what
Mm-hmm.
you can or can't do.
Mm-hmm. What do
But
you?
I will say, even
Yeah.
with that though, don't mean to cut you off, but
No, no, no. Go ahead. Yeah.
I will say though, even with that, there is a bunch of people out there that likes to, like boot you off or pull IP addresses and like get real personal. Cause like I know somebody in another club. I ain't gonna drop no names, but there is IP address pulled, and they literally sent pictures of that motherfucker's house and had him on Facebook and every,
Jeez.
bro, the
Jeez,
whole,
bro.
yeah, bro,
Jeez.
like
Over the
that kind of.
game, bro. That's one thing, man.
Over a fucking
Bro,
game,
that's one
yeah,
thing I
bro.
swear we have to fix, man. I don't see it. I mean, me personally, my feeds and stuff, I don't see it too often, bro. But, bro, going personal on someone over this shit, it's like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, are we dead ass? Like, are we dead ass, bro?
Yeah.
You about to leak someone's whole IP, like track their Facebook down to their IG, family photos, like personal shit, bro, and you're really about to just
Yes,
like blast
bro.
it, like,
Yeah.
bro, are we dead ass? Like, I don't know, bro. I've never went personal on fucking someone or whatever. You know what I mean? I believe in karma, bro. Like what comes around goes around. You know what I mean? Everybody's do their day. I'm
Yeah, of
never. I
course,
don't
of
get wrapped up in
course.
that badass shit because I wouldn't want someone posting pictures of me or my family on the fucking community or anything like around like that.
Right,
Like, bro,
and
that's
like,
big weirdo shit. You feel me? Like, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. No matter what, bro, that shouldn't happen, bro. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it's
Like this is a
fucking.
game, bro. Like this is like a
This is
hobby,
a
bro. Like this
fucking
is like,
game.
yeah, bro. Like this
This is
is.
on some MCRP shit, bro. Like, what the fuck are we
Dude,
doing here,
I'm
bro?
so
This should
glad
be
you're
not that
saying this, bro.
serious.
You not believe? I'm so glad you're saying this shit, bro. I've been wanting to say this shit for a minute. Like, bro, I'm gonna say it right here, bro. like this is a hobby, bro. Everybody who's involved in this, bro, is like likes this little MCRP shit in some way, bro. We're all nerds, bro. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say it, bro. We're all nerds. We all like doing it. It's our
No, I
spiel.
agree.
It's our
Yeah.
side thing. You know what I mean? But to go personal on someone over it, bro, like you can't really shoot it out or like talk it out, bro. You're just like, nah, bro. I'm just gonna fucking take it to like that. I don't know, bro. People go personal shit like that. I'm just like, bro. We could literally avoid
Yeah.
that, bro. And even if you do go personal, like I've heard this response all the time, like if you do leak someone's address or someone's, whatever someone looks like, or whatever, it's like, what are you realistically gonna do? Like, are you realistically gonna go over to this person's house or like the state they live in and like actually go confront them over some shit on Xbox, bro, over a game? Like, you know what I
Bro,
mean?
that
Like, I
that
really don't
shit
understand the
has happened
point. Like, I really don't
before.
understand the
Yeah,
point. It's
bro.
not like, oh, I found you, but it's like, okay, dog, like, but what are we gonna do about it? You feel me? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
bro.
don't know, man.
No, I did hear stories that like shit like this actually happened, and they'll actually have like a physical altercation. I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like, how can you
Really?
hate a
Damn.
motherfucker that bad, bro? Yeah,
Yeah.
dead ass. Yeah.
Damn, I haven't heard of. I don't. I have me personally. I haven't heard about anybody going to like someone's actual house and fighting them. But bro, if you're going to someone's actual house to fight them, bro, off some GTA shit, you're a fucking loser, bro. I'm gonna say it, bro. I'm sorry,
Dead
bro.
ass.
I'm sorry, bro. You're a fucking loser, bro. Like you don't got nothing to do, bro. With your time,
I
bro.
wouldn't even apologize to that. It's like, bro, like get the fuck
Yeah,
off the
bro.
game,
Like,
bro.
yo, what are
Find a
we?
new hobby,
Yeah, bro.
bro.
Go touch grass, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't know, bro. Man, it
Dead
might be a
ass.
rough take for someone, or a lot of people might agree. I don't know, bro. I mean, we'll fucking see, but so real quick,
I
bro.
hope people agree
Go,
with that.
going back, right? Going back to the street guide and what you're talking about, right? So you said,
Yeah,
as far as the state of community, right? You said that we at least need, or for you, you want to see like, and we kind of do have it with the guide, right? Is a clear set of
yeah.
rules, a clear set of kind of bylaws for everybody of doing things. What do you say to people who don't agree with the guide though, who maybe don't, who kind of do things outside of the guide, or who maybe are still one percenters, but they don't believe in the guide or going by things like that? Like, what do you think about that?
Man, for people who don't, that's okay, you know what I mean? But if you're gonna, I'll put it to you this way, right? If you're rocking the 1% patch,
Mm-hmm.
then you must abide by the 1% rules, you know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I feel it just depends though, because I know some people do things different as 1%, but that's why I think having a whole street guide is so important. But I mean, it's okay to not follow something and maybe you want to try your own community and everything like that, but I feel like that creates more division with everything in the community and everything like that,
Mm-hmm. For
personally.
sure, for sure.
Um, I
So
mean, I know for a while too. I mean, we wasn't following the street guide for a while. I mean, we was still doing 1%, but you know what I mean. After we joined the street guide, it was like, you know what, man, we should have been doing this a long time ago. Cause like legit, like everything's in there more centralized. There's order to
mm-hmm.
things.
Yeah.
There's a big community, a lot of clubs in there that's agreeing to making changes with the rules and just keeping everybody engaged and informed. And hell, they do the what's it called, the Big 12 MCs or whatever it's for the month.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was
there's
gonna
like
say, yeah,
different events they do too. It's like, man, that is fucking like, you know what I mean? Like, who else is doing it like Street Guide? You know what I mean?
yeah, and for those of you who may not know what we're talking about the on Discord. It's the official MC community Discord that, as of right now, has 2,470 members on it. Very big. I do know that they have Xbox people, PlayStation people, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that they have five of them. I'm pretty sure it's a Discord for the whole community. And then for Instagram as well, it is mc.community.gta and stuff like that. That has the street guide that a lot of these clubs adhere to and join. So that's interesting, man. Because again, first time I'm hearing something like this. So for you guys, what pushed you even further was the guide, was that you saw kind of shit organized like this and was like, damn, like this makes sense to me. This makes sense to us. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
what about, so I'll ask you this then. So when you do fight, then do you see people, or do you see at least the clubs that you're fighting follow the street guide rules as well and keeping the fights clean, or do you see dirty fighting or just kind of like some other bullshit altogether?
Are you saying like when we fought other clubs, or are you just saying
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
general?
No, 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 no. Well, actually, that's a good question back. Both, both. So for you guys personally, and then what do you see out in the community, being like a
So
kind of street guide,
personally,
club?
we had gone into firefights before, and I mean, like, there is other clubs that keep it 1%, but there might be the one person, let's just say, like, there's a one prospect that's in their club that starts shooting rockets at us, and we're
Mm-hmm.
like, what the fuck? You're supposed to be 1%, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, we haven't had that happen to us a lot or very often,
Yeah.
but when it does happen, it just kind of ruins everything, you know what I mean? Like, cause like, why the fuck are you using a rocket when it's supposed to be like? I feel like if anybody's joining into a 1% club, like those like rules should be like discussed and forced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as soon as someone does a fucking rocket, I mean, we'll keep the 1%, but just know you a bitch for that.
All right,
You
bro.
know,
You're hearing
you
it
know
from
what I mean?
you're in it from Baron, y'all. He's keeping it. Death Valley and him, they keep it 1%. But if you toss a rocket, you a bitch, bro. You heard it from him, bro, not me. Hell
Well,
yeah,
I'm
hell
just
yeah.
saying, bro. Like, once you break the 1% shit, what's the point of having it on your back,
Yeah,
bro?
no, I
You're
know,
supposed
I
to
agree
represent, you
exactly,
know?
bro. No, I agree exactly. That's why I was asking because it's just I don't know, man. 1%. I feel like for me, it's so different. Every club, every especially with us being so old, the community, like every club has their own definition of 1%. There are some clubs that may use certain weapons that some clubs can, or maybe just use something else, So, but I
Yeah,
hear you, bro.
yeah.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. He said, "I'll keep it 1%, but if you toss a rocket, you're a bit." I think that's literally the general like. I feel like that's literally everybody's mood, bro. Like if you're in the middle of a free mode war and you're like trying to put in work, bro, and then you get sniped by a random or blown up, you're just like, all right, bro. Like what the fuck am I even doing on this
Yeah,
shit?
bro.
That's like my general attitude, bro. Like
Dead
if I'm like at an
ass.
SYG and I'm like with my guys and we're like just messing around or whatever, and like I get like blown up or something like that, I'm just like, all right, bro, like what's the fucking point, bro? like,
Right, right.
like
Yes.
dead ass, bro.
It just
Like this shit's so
it just
annoying.
kind of ruins the whole thing, dude. It's
yeah,
like, man, I
bro.
don't even want to fuck with you guys no more. Like,
I
the
don't even
fuck?
fuck with y'all no more. oh shit, bro. Well, with that being said, bro,
Well,
after go
I
ahead,
mean,
bro.
you did have that second part to that question though.
I was gonna say yeah.
With the with like MCs fighting other MCs with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I was
feel
gonna say.
like the same can be a. I feel like the same thing could be applied to both parties and shit, but like, I feel like regardless, bro, like everybody who wears 1% needs to like abide by those rules. You know what I mean? Now I understand some people ain't in the street guide, some people are. Well, some people, most people are in the
Yeah.
street guide
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. And I mean, I mean, with that kind of thing, that's what I was saying. Like, having everybody in one centralized thing, it's like everybody at least is on the same page when it comes to this shit. Like you said, some people in other clubs can use this weapon, some don't use this, some others like think this is the
Mm-hmm.
right way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always gonna be. I feel like there's always
A
gonna be a
difference in opinion, but
rise.
as long as there's something,
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying, like as long as there's something to go off of, that's what matters. You know what I mean?
yeah. And to be
But.
honest with you, bro, keep it a buck 50. I feel like things like that is always gonna happen. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You're
Mm-hmm.
always gonna fight with that one club that just when something like that happens, I feel like it's just, you know,
Yeah.
it's just gonna always be a thing, regardless if everybody's in the same
Well.
shit or not. Because
Well.
you know how some people are.
Yeah. Well, for me, right, my biggest thing is like, how can we even enforce that, right? Like, yeah, we could get like a club of, or not even a club, sorry. We could get like maybe, for this example, we can get like 10 clubs, right? We get 10 clubs and we say, all right, we're all agreeing to these rules. This is how we want to play or whatever. This is how we see the community and want it to be. And then you have more people maybe joining in on it. But how do you really enforce that? You know what I mean? Because at that point, aren't you just kind of like a coalition? You know what I mean? Like, and anybody not in your coalition, you kind of just don't seem valid. So my thing is like, how do we even police that in our own community of keeping people fighting on track and shit, like and fair?
I feel like it just depends though, because I mean, talking of the entire MC community, there's more than just 1%. There's
Oh
99ers, and
yeah.
then there's some other ones too.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm just gonna speak on the behalf of the 1% and all of the 1%, because everything else you already know is like, you know what I mean? I ain't putting no disrespect on the clothes, but like I feel like there's just no discussion. I mean, like you use whatever you want to use. I mean, but you're still following kind of like the biker looks and everything
Hmm.
like that. Which I mean,
Hmm.
if you're
Yeah.
99, that's cool and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No hate on that. But so speaking of the 1% shit, I feel like shit, I'm getting a call. Fuck,
Oh,
bro.
all good
God
again, all
damn
good
it.
again. Another break. No, all good again, all good again, guys. Taking another little break and
Yo.
stuff like that. Well, shit, we will just get back to you when Baron is back, guys. Again, as you know, we keep it real here and stuff like that. So we'll just kind of cut back straight to when he gets back and shit like that. But bro, I hope you guys have been liking what you're hearing so far. Right now, we're at 45 minutes. Some of that I'm gonna have to cut down because I know some of it is just kind of the beginning of it, just kind of like some whatever. But this is gonna go the same length as Manglers, if not even maybe even longer than Manglers. So I hope not to make these too long. But as you guys know, man, like we get talking and we just kind of get chatting, we get thinking, and just whatever, So I hope you guys are liking it so far or whatever. So when Bear gets back, we'll just kind of cut right to there. Again, back again. So yeah, so we were just going over just 1% stuff like that. One thing I was gonna say that I noticed you just said right now too is man, I don't have any hate against quote unquote like 99er clubs either, or like I just call them like regular clubs, bro, just like regular MCs. They're not 1%ers, they're literally just
Yeah,
regular
that's the
clubs or
best way
whatever.
to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have any hate either, and I guess I think I know like where the hate comes from is like it's probably a tale as old as time, right? You see a club that's not 1% and they blow you up, or you start finding them and then they just do bullshit, right? And I think that was the case, and it probably still is. But I know for me, in my experience, what made me have this opinion was I knew clubs when I was first coming in that weren't 1%er clubs, that were regular clubs, but they wouldn't act on anything unless you did it to them first. So yes, they were 99 and a regular club, but until you blew them up first, or until you sniped them, or anything like that, or some shit they could like, some shit they consider dirty, you weren't going to get anything from them. But the reason that they had that was because if they needed to break the wheel, they wanted to do it without the pressure of, oh, we're a 1% club and we're breaking the wheel because they did. They were just trying to avoid that altogether. You know what I mean? Which I feel like is smart depending on what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Like your vision and stuff like that. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I don't know why regular clubs get hit like that too. Maybe it's just because of shit that happened in the past. But I don't know.
Yeah. I was about to say, cause I mean, a little lower back here, but
Hmm.
we was cool with this one club, and they heard 99 and shit. It was all cool after a while and everything, but like some shit popped off and everything like that,
Hmm.
cause one of their members was kind of being a little bit of a bitch. We was joking around, he took it the wrong way.
All right.
Unfortunately, one thing led to another,
Yeah.
but. Yeah, bro. So like they'll lead us into lobbies and shit, and then they would orb us like acting all cool,
Oh,
but then
bro.
they'll orb or blow us up. I'm like, bro, like
The
y'all some
fuck?
fucking bitches, bro.
Some weird shit. Just some weird shit, right?
So
Some whatever.
I mean, for me though, after that point, it's like, man, we're not fucking with 99 clubs no more. I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, like not in like a disrespect or like fuck you kind of thing, but like after that kind of situation, we're like, man, like
Yeah, it's
why
kind
are
of
we
just it's kind of like
associating ourselves
PTSD.
with?
Yeah, it's like, why are we even gonna bother
Yeah,
when our experience has been nothing but bad. Hmm.
yeah, bro. Fucking just shout out to Demon King, shout out to Rocket, shout out to Awaken.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, with that then, as we're kind of approach the end and shit, right? After
Yeah.
7 years, right, in the com, after now leading, being leader and president of Death Valley and stuff like that, after seeing a lot, knowing a lot and stuff, what advice would you give out, or what's something that you kind of learned along the way, if anything, bro?
Um, I will say, just
Kid serious.
it just depends though.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, realistically though, at the end of the day, bro, this is just a game. This is RP shit. I know
yeah,
people take this way too seriously. There's people that just
yeah.
get on here doing game, like I do
Mhm,
and shit.
mhm.
I think the most important thing for this, for you or the community, whatever, is just to be yourself, bro. Keep
Hell
the
yeah,
same
bro.
people
Type
around you,
shit.
everything,
Yeah, type
you give
shit, bro.
respect, you earn the respect back,
Mhm.
and I don't know, keep it 1%.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Any thoughts on GTA 6, bro? Like, how are you feeling about it, bro? Me personally, I'm sick of the fucking way. I personally had a bipolar relationship with this shit. At first, I was excited, then I hated this shit. Now I'm excited. Now I kind of hate it. I don't even know what to think, bro. But what about you, bro? What are you thinking about 6, bro?
Deadass. If that shit gets delayed, I'm selling my shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. After
bro,
that point, I
bro,
don't give a
you know
fuck.
what, bro? I've heard multiple people say that shit. I've heard multiple people, even outside my club, say, bro, dead ass. If this shit gets delayed again, I may go away. Like I've dead ass heard people say that, bro. Like they don't want to wait any longer. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of with it. Like, bro, I don't even know. Like, imagine. Like I know Take Two said that we're on track to drop it November, right? But just imagine, right? Off the off chance that they're like, hey, you know what? We're now gonna drop it November 2028. Imagine a whole nother year being delayed, bro. What do you think would happen to the community,
Man,
bro? Or
bro, I
and how
mean,
would you feel? Like, how would Death Valley feel too? Like, how would you guys feel? Like,
bro, I'm gonna be dead ass, bro. If that shit gets pushed back even further, bro, by then, like, even before the game gets released, we might get fucking drafted, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck
this
with you,
guy,
bro.
bro.
There's
All
gonna
right,
be
all
some
right.
shit
This
going on, bro. We're probably gonna
guy.
get drafted before then and shit.
Drafted before
Or,
six,
like,
bro. We got
bro,
aliens
dead
before
ass.
GTA 6, bro, or whatever you want to believe, bro.
I think we'll still be doing MC
Yeah,
shit, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like we
I
would
get some
lose
water.
hope
Fuck.
with But like keep it 100 though. Between me and my people, bro,
Yeah.
I think we would still do the MC shit, but we would honestly just lose hope in 6, bro. And like we was also talking about too, like what if 6 comes out? Cause like right now I kept hearing
Rip.
rumors that they're being rushed and everything like that. I
Yeah.
really,
I heard that
really
too.
hope, I really fucking hope, I fucking pray that this shit doesn't end up turning into a fucking cyberpunk. Like, I hope it does not become that kind of situation where the game comes out,
Oh
we're all
yeah.
happy and excited for it,
But
and
it
it's
wasn't
just a
ready,
buggy
right?
fucking
Yeah, and
mess.
people, yeah, like,
Bro,
oh,
if that
bro,
shit
horrible, man.
happens,
Yeah.
bro, if that shit fucking happens, bro, it's gonna be kind of like another like what's an example? Like Fallout 76, bro. If anybody still plays that fucking game,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it
Heard, bro.
may have a
Heard.
comeback, but it will probably never get. I mean, if it does like that, bro, we might just stick to 5. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. I heard, dude. I
And
hear
I
you,
feel
bro.
like
I
I ain't
hear
the
you,
only one
bro.
about that.
Yeah, like one thing that I've been talking about amongst some of my guys in my club is we were talking about how in Red Dead we saw them experiment with the fact that free aim and auto aim was in one lobby together. Imagine if they pull that same card in 6, bro. It's a real thing. Like, you know what I mean? I can definitely see them doing it because I was telling Mangler the other day, like free aim people were a very, very, very niche, like small targeting mode. You know what I mean? Compared to like the majority
Yeah.
of GTA players who I'm assuming play auto aim. You know what I mean? So like we already saw them kind of switch it up in Red Dead. What if they do that same thing again, bro? That's gonna change combat and how we fight altogether because now we're gonna have clubs in free aim, but it doesn't matter because there's auto aims allowed in the same free aim lobby as
Like
well. You know what I
assisted
mean?
aim or auto
Yeah,
aim,
yeah, right.
yeah,
Like it's
bro.
like if that happens, what do we even do? You know what I mean? How as we as a community even tackle that? Like, do we all go back to 5? Do we fucking all jump to PCs? Do we like set up private
Nah, bro.
like
We've been
lobbies
waiting
or
for this.
something? You
We've
know what I
been waiting
mean?
for this
Like.
fucking game for 13 years, bro. Like we're gonna
But
adapt.
bro,
We're
you
gonna
never
overcome
know.
it.
But
We're
that's what
gonna
I'm saying, bro. Is like we don't know what's gonna happen until we're right there, bro. Like what if, bro? Like I feel like it's a strong chance. Like what if the both
honestly,
targeting modes are together?
yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like that. But man, like if it does, then it will definitely change the way we fucking like play in terms of combat and shit. But man, I hope they don't. But I feel like they will. But I will say, I think with everybody thinking, and we'll think of something like rule wise, it's just we'll just have to overcome and adapt it. You know what I mean?
For
It's
sure,
really the
bro.
only
For
thing we can
sure.
do, because dude, we've been waiting for this fucking game for 13 fucking years, dude. Like people are had kids, bro. They graduated college,
That's what
dude.
I'm
They're
saying, bro.
fucking
Like
like,
people aren't 14, 15, 16 years old anymore, bro. People are grown adults now with shit. Like you know what I
yeah,
mean?
bro,
So
we're all
it's
grown
yeah,
ass
bro.
dudes
Like
still playing this shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Fuck, I
heard,
remember having
bro.
to buy this shit on the 360, install it with the one disc, and play with the other, bro. Back in the
Heard.
fucking day, that shit was a pain in the ass.
Heard, bro. Heard. I hear you, bro. I hear
But
you, bro.
dude, I just to answer your question though, I feel like we're gonna have like a whole vote of how things are gonna be done, at least in the
Yeah.
guide. But
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna do that. But man, I mean, again, we're just gonna have
We're
to,
just gonna have to see, huh? Yeah,
overcome
we
and
yeah we
adapt.
won't know until
Yeah,
we're literally right there and stuff. Yeah, dude, for sure, bro.
yeah.
Bro, well, with that being said, bro, Do you have anything else you would like to tell the community or anybody or just anything kind of out there like that, bro? Now that we're right here at the end, bro. This is about it. So
Yeah, man. So again, bro, keep it 1%. You know what I mean? We'll keep it 1%. You shoot a rocket, you a bitch.
hell yeah, bro. I'm glad. Time shit, bro. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, let's stand up here, bro, if you can and shit, and let's
Yeah, yeah.
we'll
Oh, yeah.
end
I forgot.
off here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember before you couldn't stand up because of the prompt. I don't have the prompt anymore
yeah,
either,
yeah.
bro. It's not letting me stand up, so we're just gonna sit here,
Oh
bro. And we're
shit. So
just
we're just
gonna.
stuck. Oh
Okay, there you
my
go, there you go.
god.
Nice,
A
nice, bro. Nice,
fucking
bro.
miracle. There we go.
Nice, bro. Fuck it. Let
Hey,
me hold
now
up.
you're
Let
just
me. It's my
sitting
turn, bro.
around.
Let me stand
Yeah.
up, man. Well, let me try to at least. Or okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Oh, there we go. There we
Hell
go.
yeah, dude. Well, shit, bro. Bro, Black Baron, president and founder of Death Valley MC, Polito Bay, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for taking the time again, bro, to sit down with me and to fucking talk about these things and to kind of share not only your story, but, your club story and kind of how you feel about things and kind of what you're doing, bro. Again, this is kind of what this is all
Yeah,
about and
bro.
shit.
Of course.
So, bro, I
Well,
appreciate it, love. I want to get the patch just one more time for now that I have you
yeah,
standing, just
bro. I
the full
got
thing
you.
or
I
whatever.
got you.
And I won't lie, bro. I like the use of the multiple diamonds and the multiple rockers as well. I've seen other clubs do it as well, and I always love when clubs kind of do that because I feel like it shows more uniqueness, bro. You kind of adding a little bit more, and then kind of just like the traditional three piece or stuff like that, bro.
Yeah,
So I always love
that's
seeing
the
that, bro.
goal I was going for with this, cause like I
Mhm.
mean with my patch though, like with each badge, like it's still in the works, but like I'm trying to add things where like once you become a full patch to this short or whatever,
Mhm.
like if you to do something like if let's just say like I send you to go grab a club or whatever for an
Yeah.
example, right?
Yeah.
And you do that and you come back, like you'll be awarded with a badge or whatever you put on your back to represent to show like okay I've done this for the club or
Yeah.
like to show it off to make it truly your own piece so not everybody's wearing the same shit. No, there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that of course, but like to give it the uniqueness, you know
Yeah.
what I
For
mean?
sure. For
Something
sure,
different
bro.
to
For sure,
show to
bro.
stand out. Yeah.
Well, bro, from the bottom of my heart, bro, thank you for coming out, bro. I hope you enjoyed Table Talk. Thank you again for letting me interview you, bro. Nothing but love. You know what I mean? The whole community
Yeah,
will
bro,
see
of
this, bro, and you'll
course.
definitely see this soon, bro. But man, that's where we're gonna end off here, guys. Table Talk episode 2. Black Baron interview about himself, Death Valley, and the rest of the community, bro. So Baron, thank you so much, bro. And this is where we're gonna end off, guys.
Yeah,
Peace.
bro, of course.